Dee, who is a dog trainer with the RSPCA School for Dogs. Welcome, Dee.
Hey, guys.
How are you coping with this whole lockdown? Like, how long have you been in lockdown for?
Oh, luckily, maybe about 24 hours.
Oh,
but
right.
it's quite mobile, which I'm very fortunate for.
Great. And so I take it that's your lounge room there, and you've got a little dog I can see there?
Yeah, this is Bootsy, the mini poodle.
Bootsy.
Bootsy.
Bootsy, lovely to meet you, Bootsy. And who else? I think I saw some cats there before, or was there one cat?
Yeah, there's two. One's called Batman, so he only comes out at night. And the other one's, I'll get him over soon.
Oh, good. All right. Well, cool. Well, today we wanted to talk to you about just some tips about how you can have fun with your pets while you're in lockdown. And it's a bit of lighthearted fun because I'm sure, you know, pets are loving having us home and they sleep most of the time while we're at work anyway. But just to keep them a bit more entertained and involved and active, I'm wondering if there's any kind of games that we can do with our pets and what you can recommend.
Oh God, there is so much that we can do with them. It's unbelievable.
Oh,
like I was getting prepared for this going, what do I do? Because there is so many options.
Yeah.
First thing that we always recommend is enrichment toys. So that's your enrichment feeding. So, you know, like your Kong toys?
Yes.
Yes. All right, have you got one?
I've got a pink one there, and then I've got a bigger one with kibble in it. But she doesn't tip it over much. She kind of just sniffs it and walks off. And then the little pink puppy one, she'll only lick it if it's got like cheese stuffed inside.
She knows what's good though, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Just like toys for kids, dogs have a preference as well. So if they love to sit and chew on things, they'll like those sort of toys. If they love to move around things, they'll like those sort of toys.
Yep.
And, you know, there's a variety that you can use. So we've got our Kong toys that you can buy from World for Pets. This is a Kong gyro. You simply put some food in there.
Yep.
You screw it back on, and your dog bats it around and throws it around. And the best thing for this one is if it gets stuck in a corner, they can pick it up and move it and then continue to play with it.
So what if you're, for example, you weren't expecting the lockdown, you're unprepared, and, you know, what are like some everyday objects that people might be able to use to entertain their pet? Is there something that they can have, or?
Oh, I see what you're getting at there. So are you talking about recycling?
Yes.
Oh, look at what I've prepared. So there's a bunch of recycling that you can use. You know, toilet rolls, which may be getting precious very soon. You can just pinch the ends, hide some food in there, pinch another end and get them to throw that around.
Yep.
Woodsy's working at this toy.
Oh, like a bonbon sort of thing.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it, a bonbon. What you can also do is you can put some wet food in there or soak down your dog's biscuits and freeze it, so make it like an ice block.
All right.
Yeah. Cardboard boxes are great. Okay.
Right.
So we can play our little, I think we might be segueing into this later, but we can play our little nose games or our little fly and seed. Sorry, he's playing with that toy now.
And so is there any sort of stuff like, because obviously like some dogs might not be prone to kibble all the time. I know my dog's a little bit fussy, and so I'm just wondering what she can do. Like, what other options are there to sort of get her thinking? And
so in regards to, you can do some training with some high value treats if you like.
Okay.
The thing with dogs not liking biscuits is because a lot of the time they don't eat it, and then we go, oh, look, here's some wet food. Oh, let me sprinkle some cheese on it. Oh, look, let me give you some steak. And then their palate becomes desensitized, you know, and then they're just going to ask for this. The best thing to do, and this guy's the same, if I was to give a biscuits in a bowl, he'd be like, oh, that's yuck. To this, and honestly, he'll play with it, go away, play with it, and finish it by the end of the day, and it's absolutely great. So the biggest thing is you want your dog working for their food.
Right.
They're using their little nugget to get the last biscuit out. And if your dog doesn't like their biscuits anymore, it might be time to change them around.
Okay. And what sort of tricks can you recommend, like, that we can teach our pets while we're together and making the most of our time?
Yeah. All right. Well, there's plenty of tricks that we can do out there. Obviously, I had to pick one or two that we can do with our dog. So if your dog doesn't already know a shake, does Millie know a shake?
Yes, she does.
She does. Okay. Well, good. So shake is one that you can teach your dog. Can you see me here?
Yes.
All right, cool. So if we ask our dog to sit, which a lot of dogs already know how to do, give them a treat for that. So I'm just using like little meatballs with Bootsy today.
Ah.
And then what we want to do is lure his nose to one side and see how his paw comes up.
Ah.
Place your hand underneath and then release that treat.
Ah.
So the basics. So side, paw comes up, hand underneath, and then we can then basically teach them a shake.
Yep.
If you knows how to do a shake already, you can make it harder by making them hold or place their paw in your hand for longer.
Yep.
And then this can segue into some husbandry work, so getting their nails trimmed.
Oh, right. Okay.
Does Millie get prickles in her paws?
Not really. Not that much. She's pretty good.
Oh, well, that's good. This guy he's an adventure poodle. So he gets all sorts of stuff in his paws. So if I ask him for a high five or a shake, we're comfortable and I can comfortably pull those prickles out as opposed to having to wrangle him and, and hold him down for that procedure. So working on that relationship is always really good.
Oh, awesome. And what sort of other tricks and stuff like that? Have you got any other?
Yeah. How about teaching them a little spin on the spot?
How do you do that?
All right. So what you want to do is make sure that your dog's standing, and then you just put a treat in front of their nose, lure them around. Oh, they sit. So treat in front of their nose, lure them around, finish it off with an SIT, and give them that treat. So you're just luring them into this little exercise. Yes. We're not saying any verbals to start off with because it looks nothing like a spin.
Yeah.
And the more you practice, woohoo, the better your dog will be. So spinning's really good for getting your dog's muscles stretched out before a hike or a run.
Yes.
And you always want to make sure you finish it off with an SIT. So always finish it off with a sit behaviour because you don't want them just spinning.
So how come you're saying SIT? Is that because you don't want him to hear the command or?
Yeah, so you want to eventually turn the behaviour into a spin and make sure it finishes off with that SIT. If we start saying the word, then he might associate sit with a spin. They're pretty clever.
All right. And do you also spell out the words WALK?
Oh, you read me like a book, mate.
All right, awesome. Okay, and in terms of their noses and things like that, is there anything else like that we can do with them? Because I know that my dog loves to sniff around and stuff like that. Is there like maybe we can do like an obstacle course made of just boxes? Yeah, I'm just trying to think what other household items I've got. I think I've got plenty of shoe boxes, toilet rolls again.
Totally. Yeah, you can use all of that sort of stuff. You can even create a little park or lounge room if you want to.
I suppose you can get a beach towel as well and use that for snuffling and.
Yeah, definitely. So look, we can introduce your little like a find it game or like a nose games with just simply a box.
Yes.
So all you want to do is put a box down in front of you.
Yes.
Grab a treat, lure your dog away, and as he comes up to the box, indicate to them that there's a little treat in there, and he finds it. I reward him for that, and then we start again. You ready, Bootsy? Over there, put a treat in. Indicate there's a little treat in there, and then reinforce him for finding it. So what you're doing is you're telling him, hey, there's treats in there. Yes. And then you eventually put a word to it, or words like find it. And then you can start hiding this around the house. Yes. With treats in there. And now you're creating like a, search and find game, and it's absolutely great for their little brains. Yes. I think what surprisingly I found is my dog actually, she now won't just take food. Like if she really wants some chicken or some cheese, she actually prefers to work for it. She actually loves working for it. So sometimes, she won't eat chicken roll unless, like, if it's just handed to her. But unless she's taught to roll over or things like that. That's exactly right. Yeah. Okay. And can you tell me a bit more about what you guys can possibly help pet sitters and pet owners with, just in terms of if they've got any other questions with School for Dogs and what you guys can help with? What sorts of things can you do? We can do almost anything, apart from obviously anything that turns into, like a behaviour consult where the dog is obviously, to a certain degree needs medication. But most of your unwanted behaviours we can fix. So if you have like a barking issue, a dog that's excessively chewing or escaping, we can help you with all of that. A lot of that can actually be subsided with your enrichment toys, guys. Like, give them something else to do, and then you're putting that energy into these sort of items, okay? So it prevents the chewing, prevents the escaping. If you need more information, jump on our RSPCA QLD website. There's a blog there with a bunch of information. Otherwise, you can enroll into our School for Dogs classes. So we're doing online classes now, which are live streamed, just like what me and you are doing, Deb. Oh, wow. Yeah, and we're actually starting it tonight. So wish me luck. You can have lots of people on there. Yeah, so it doesn't restrict people going to class. You can pretty much book in from right across the country or right across the world. And it'll be live streamed. You can ask questions. You've always got us on email as well if you have any issues. So there's a couple of different platforms that you can reach us on. That's great. I think the very first class that I went to with my dog, it was focused on understanding your dog, and that's what really opened my eyes and helped me just have the light switched on and going, oh, right, so she's thinking this when I go and do that, or when she does this, I should really go and do this instead. And I just I think my understanding of her increased a lot. So I just thought, even if you're time poor, it's really, really important. I highly recommend that you go along just to understand your dog, and I guarantee your relationship with them will get so much better. Yeah, I 120% support everything that you've just said. Yeah, yeah. Beautiful. Great. Well, thank you, Dee, for your time this morning, and good luck with training more dogs and with the course tonight. And hopefully we'll catch up with you again soon. Not a worries. Would you like to see Ninja do a high five before we go? Ninja the cat? I would love that. Millie will be very jealous. Let's see how we go. Oh, look, there's Batman. Ninjas. All right. So Ninja's a Oriental cross that I hand raised. He was about 24 hours old when I got him. Ninjas. Hi. But you might need to just go over there for 2 secs. So this is Ninja. You ready? You can do a... I didn't know cats could do tricks like this. Oh, stop it. They're the cleverest. High five. Sorry, can you see that? Do it again. Bring him in closer and closer. Here we go. You ready, buddy? The thing with cats is that everything is on their terms, so you can't really rush them. You ready? Ooh, epic fail. Oh. You ready? One. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, there you go. It's still on his terms. Thanks,
Wow, well done. All right, see you, Dee.
See you, mate. Bye-bye.